Breaking news, we just received an audio recording of Donald Trump while he was the president of the United States praising Governor Tim Walz over his handling of the 2020 BLM protests in Minnesota. And this comes after days of Donald Trump trying to paint Tim Walz as some radical leftist who watched Minnesota burn and wants to watch the entire country go up in flames. But this recording that I'm about to play for you not only undermines Trump's argument, but it completely blows it out of the water. Every single MAGA influencer and politician and sycophant who has been saying that Tim Walz is a radical leftist is now completely wrong and has been the whole time. I'm about to play this for you, but Donald Trump just posted on Truth Social a few hours ago, Tim Walz let Minnesota burn, Kamala Harris bailed out the ones who lit the matches, and now we have an audio recording proving that completely false. I'm gonna add captions because it's a little bit hard to understand. Make sure you leave a like on the video if you appreciate what I do. Take a look.
I know Governor Walz is on the phone, and we spoke, and I fully agree with the way he handled it the last couple of days. I asked him to do that, and the whole world was laughing. 3 days later, I spoke to the governor. The governor's, I think, on the call, and he's an excellent guy. You've got a big National Guard out there that's ready to come in and fight like hell. I tell you, what they did in Minneapolis was incredible. They went in and dominated. And it happened immediately. Tim is on the phone now, Tim Walz. Again, I was very happy with the last couple of days, Tim. You called up big numbers, and the big numbers knocked them out so fast it was like bowling pins.
Our city is grieving and in pain. And I would just say, as far as the potential, the peaceful protesters who are expressing an outrage that is real. They witnessed 8 minutes of a man dying in front of them. Well, at that point in time, I did something unprecedented. I mobilized the entire Minnesota National Guard, and that's what the president was alluding to with the size of the force was capable. But I think, again, Mr. President, you asked on explaining this, I would just say, it's going to be very difficult. There are bad actors in this, but there is such a legitimate anger. Our real dilemma here is the transition back is to the catalyst that sparked this across the country, and that was what happened with the Minneapolis Police Department. So what we did is a lot of this, what you saw yesterday, was engaging civic leaders and the peaceful protests. And I would just close with, I think the guidance is you got to get a handle on it with that force. That is absolutely correct. And then the transition in the next phase is trying to get those spaces for the peaceful protest. And I'm happy to do things that we have to look at of how do we get reforms.
But, Tim, it showed the incredible difference between your great state yesterday and the day before compared to the first few days, which was just
absolutely.
Never seen it.
Absolutely.
A police force and...
Okay, I want to point out a few incredibly important things about this phone call. Number one, it really highlights the difference between Donald Trump and Tim Walz. Donald Trump starts off the phone call saying the National Guard came in there, they used a lot of force, and it was amazing. Donald Trump was joyous that the National Guard knocked them down like bowling pins. He said something to that effect. Meanwhile, Tim Walz says something classy. He says, our state is currently grieving. We're in pain. They watched a video of somebody die or somebody getting killed for 8 minutes, and it is brutal, it is gruesome, they have a right to be mad. And then Donald Trump comes back like, yeah, but the National Guard did an incredible thing. It just shows that Donald Trump has an infantile, juvenile mind. He has a kindergartner's understanding of the world, as his allies have said. Meanwhile, Tim Walz approaches things with compassion. This phone call also undermines the argument that the Trump campaign has been making for the past few days and that they were going to be making for months. So as the months go on, as they keep trying to paint Tim Walz as some sort of radical, defund the police, prison abolitionist, whatever they're going to say about him, just know that we have this recording of Donald Trump praising him, and we can always flip this back at them and in a very, very effective manner. Donald Trump also posted 5 hours ago, Walz is a disgrace to our country, but Kamala is far worse. And in Newsweek it says, to veterans like me, Tim Walz's abandonment of his unit is unforgivable. Look who's posting this, Mr. Bones Spurs himself, and Donald Trump is going to continue trying to paint Tim Walz as some sort of radical disgrace to our country, but we just need to keep showing those clips of Tim Walz saying all he wants are kids to have full tummies every single day. He wants women to have health care. He wants children to be happy and be able to learn, have an effective school day. Meanwhile, JD Vance is over here holding events and boasting about how much Donald Trump likes to make fun of people. Watch this clip.
And so, look, I think my message to the American people is very simple on this, that President Trump in particular has the best sense of humor of anybody I've ever seen in American politics. He loves to joke. He loves to tell, he loves to make fun of everybody that's out there.
Yeah, we know that. He likes to come up with nicknames like a kindergartner. And again, he has the understanding of foreign policy of a kindergartner. I'm going to keep on saying that because I think it's really important to highlight that Donald Trump knows nothing about politics. Also, his new nicknames absolutely suck. He keeps calling Kamala Kamabla or Lion Kamala. What happened to Crooked Kamala or Cackling Kamala? I just came up with those and they're way better than what Donald Trump came up with. That is the biggest sign of cognitive decline with Donald Trump, is his nicknames are declining. But what JD Vance said here is actually really important, and it ties into this phone call right here with Donald Trump and the VP pick, Tim Walz. Donald Trump is a bully. He wants to see anybody who dissents be bullied. He wants to see American citizens who protest, who express their First Amendment right, be bullied. He has said multiple times anybody who burns an American flag, which falls under the First Amendment, should lose their citizenship. He wants to come up with nicknames for anybody in politics. He retweets stuff about Kamala's birth certificate only a decade after mainstreaming a conspiracy theory that Obama wasn't born in America. So voting for these two is a return to normalcy in every single way. I want to play this clip of Tim Walz just an hour ago speaking in Wisconsin. Watch.
One of the best parts of this job is going to be, I can't wait till the debate. So look, I've done this enough, and I know bullies, and I'm not a name caller, but what I am as a teacher, I observe things. So I want to tell you what I observed, and you've observed about these guys when you see them, that it's a very clear thing. Yes, they are creepy and weird as hell. You see it. You see it. This is not normal. This is not normal behavior. Nobody's asking for this crazy stuff.
I love how excited and enthusiastic he is. It makes me more excited through the screen. And also, for so long, I've wanted for a Democrat to just go up on stage and rip into Republicans, and no one has done it in a satisfying way. Obviously, Newsom's great and Buttigieg is great, but seeing somebody with the status of Walz or Harris just going up there and saying that I've dealt with people like Donald Trump, or saying that they're creepy and they're weird and just treat people how you want to be treated, all of these amazing phrases they are using are helping just normal people connect with the campaign, because we know for a fact that the MAGA campaign doesn't connect with normal people. They only connect with people that want to put down women in their spare time and call them childless cat ladies or whatever. But either way, if you enjoyed this video, if you appreciate what I do, all that I ask is you hit the like button, comment a blue heart, interact with some other people in the comment section to help boost the message, hit that subscribe button so you can join the community, but most importantly, have a great day yourself, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.